One final time in the league stage of the T20 League in what's a must-win game for Hyderabad versus Mumbai and Sharjah. We're joined by Tom Moody on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo. As always, we've got a pro tip to start with. The wicket in Sharjah has significantly slowed down, and so you've got to give priority to bowlers who are known for their accuracy. Expect both top orders to do the bulk of the scoring. Make sense to you, Tom?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I think when the ball's hard and new, it's probably going to be the easiest time to score. So those bowlers that, a bit like your Sandeep Sharmas of the world, that can bowl very accurately, a very straight line and have very good subtle changes of pace are going to be key.
Quick update on player availability for you. Rohit Sharma was seen practicing in the nets, but there is still no official update on when he is likely to be back. So we suggest you just hold on to your horses and wait for official confirmation. As always, a reminder of the rules as well. Please note that every user on My 11 Circle has 100 credits available to form the team. Each player has been assigned individual credit values, and users have to pick players from all four categories: batsmen, all-rounders, wicket-keepers and bowlers, with a maximum of 7 players from one particular team allowed. Ishan Kishan, the young man, is going to be our captain. No Rohit Sharma, no problem, said Ishan Kishan, scoring 202 runs in his last 4 innings at a strike rate of 145. Now, with a total of 395 runs to his name this season, he's growing in reputation, in dependability and in stature by many notches. So Ishan Kishan is the captain. David Warner shall be our vice captain. Now, if there's one man who with the bat can ensure a playoff spot for his side, it is David Warner. The last time these two teams met at the same venue, Warner scored 60. And in this proverbial David versus Goliath battle, expect this man to deliver a special knot. Ishan Kishan captain, David Warner vice captain. Quinton de Kock features in our list of top picks. Now, he's had a couple of quiet games of late, but this game could not have come at a better time for him. Just before the playoffs, he could get you some points as a keeper as well. Manish Pandey, the other name on our top picks. Now, he scored 168 runs in his last 4 innings. Given that he's batting at 3, he should face more deliveries, and that should enable him to score more runs and therefore more points for you. Rashid Khan, no justifications needed on his selection. Just for the record, in the last 3 games, he's picked up 6 wickets at an economy of 3.75, a total of 18 wickets to his name. Common sense demands that you pick him. And so Ishan Kishan, David Warner, Quinton de Kock, Manish Pandey, Rashid Khan looks okay to you, Tom?
Yeah, looks very good to me. You know, there's some must picks as you mentioned there. Rashid Khan, I like the pick of Manish Pandey as well. He's clearly in a bit of form now. He's going to get in there reasonably early, you would have thought, and he's also got runs in the last game at that venue, so that's going to bode well for him.
A couple of differential picks as well added to our lineup. Jason Holder, who's picked up 8 wickets in the 4 games he's played so far. He also tonked a few maximums in the previous game against Bangalore. With bat and ball, Holder could deliver a double bonanza for you. Trent Bolt, the other differential pick. Now, this man's picked up 20 wickets in the tournament so far, of which 12 wickets have come in the power play. Now, if he continues the streak and gets a couple in the power play, he could get a cluster of wickets, given that Hyderabad's middle order is quite thin. So, Jason Holder, Trent Bolt, the 2 differential picks. Now, let's give you a full look at our recommended 11. Quinton de Kock, Ishan Kishan, the 2 wicket keepers. Batsmen, David Warner, the vice captain, Surya Kumar Yadav and Manish Pandey. We're going in with 2 all-rounders in Kieran Pollard and Jason Holder. And the bowling lineup has Rashid Khan joining Sandeep Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah and Trent Bolt. And if you look at our substitutes, Riddhiman Saha, Nitin Natarajan, Hardik Pandya and Nathan Coulter-Nile. Clearly, Tom, the messages come the big name, back the big names, and that's what we've done.
Yeah, there's one that I would definitely consider, and that is Riddhiman Saha. You know, he's shown that since he's come into the Sunrisers team that he's clearly in form. He also will be batting at the top of the order, so to have first bite of the cherry there to get runs. And we know behind the stumps he's always going to be in the action. So certainly one to consider. And the other one is Natarajan, the left armour, who's done very well for the Sunrisers. I think this surface also will suit him.
Just a quick one on Hardik Pandya. That's the alternate scenario. Now, Mumbai rested Hardik Pandya in the last game. They could rest Jasprit Bumrah as well in this game. We don't know if he wants to play, maybe take a break. We're not too sure, but this is the scenario that you could consider. If they do rest Jasprit Bumrah, you can replace him with Nathan Coulter-Nile. Guess what? There's one man who got his team spot on, and he is our weekly Crorepati winner. That's Atul Gopewar from Yavatmal, Maharashtra. He scored 312 points in that game between Chennai and Punjab. And Tom, if you have a look at his lineup, He's not looked at cricketing logic, he's looked at fantasy 11 logic. He's packed his side with one wicket keeper, which is KL Rahul, 6 batsmen, 2 all-rounders, Karan and Jadeja, and 2 bowlers in Giddy and Jordan. Is there a lesson there?
Yeah, look, I don't think there's a real given recipe. I think you've got to go with your gut feeling and look at who's in form and just go with your instincts. And clearly, our last winner has done that.
Ultimately, it's about which are the players that fit into your 100 credit points and who can maximize returns. And that's got to be the golden mantra. And then you can look at form and numbers and things like that. But guess what? We've got something else for you to look at, which is a high risk 11. Let's take it.
Well, I think the game is more important for Sunrisers Hyderabad. So I expect Mumbai Indians to make a few changes. With considering those, I have gone with Wriddhiman Saha instead of Ishan Kishan. He opens the batting and he's been in good touch. Kane Williamson instead of Kieron Pollard. We all know how important Kane is. It's a crunch game and he needs to do well. Pollard sometimes does not even get enough balls to bat. So Kane for sure will get, and that's why I've gone for Kane Williamson. And with the ball, Mumbai did rest Hardik Pandya the previous game, so maybe they will rest Jasprit Bumrah. So I have replaced Bumrah with Rahul Chahar, again a spinner, and with SRH might look to attack spinners and he might get wickets. And finally, my vice captain is Trent Bolt, and my captain is Jason Holder. Well, Jason Holder has been doing exceptionally well. He bats and he bowls, so let's pick him as captain.
Right, remember we are now at the business end of the tournament. This 1+4 playoffs to go, and so you've got to make sure you bring your A game to the park and get your best possible 11 ready. Make sure you do that and win lots and lots of prizes. For now, thanks so much, Tom, for joining us on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo.